What would you do if you have the exact amount of money that you want, or if you have the same relationship or whatever the kind of relationship you're looking for, you already have it, or you have the house that you wanted, you have the car that you wanted? What would you do if you already have those things that you want? What would you do? That's the question, because that question we're going to determine a lot about the manifestation journey. In fact, it's going to determine your alignment with what you want. Like when we talk about the manifestation, we talk about the 3 steps. Some people keep it as a 5 step. Again, it depends. But basic for a 3 step. First step, you ask for what you want. The second step, the source already gives you what you want. Vibrational, it's already being done. And universe is actually arranging all the things for those things to come into picture and 3D. And the last thing is your alignment with what you want. So the alignment is the job that we have to do. Rest everything, it's already happened. Okay, so the alignment is all about what would you do if you already have it, what thoughts you're going to be thinking, how you're going to live your life, what actions you're going to take, what would be your mindset, what kind of feeling you're going to have. I know it may seem counterintuitive because you're like, I don't know what I'm gonna feel when I'm gonna have it, but you somehow already know it, because you only want to get that thing just because you want to feel in a certain way, just because you want to experience that kind of life, or you want to accomplish your goal, whatever the case is. You want something, that's why you want this thing, because when you get that thing, it will come with it's like happiness, joy, fulfillment, all that stuff will going to come with that. That's the kind of the feeling department. So how are you gonna feel when you already have it? What would you do if it's already done, or if it's already you already have it? Saying it as a done may seem far off a little bit, but then if I say it very, very close, you already have it, what would you do now? Well, you would be like, okay, I'm happy. Now I already have the desire, so how I'm gonna think from it? So for example, I already have the money. How I'm gonna think now? How I'm gonna think? I'm gonna do the things for making money, or I'm gonna do the things because I love doing? That's the most important question you ask yourself. If you are abundant, you have whatever amount of money you want to manifest, what would you do? You would enjoy your life. You would go to vacation. You would buy XYZ branded clothes. You would buy a house, car, you do all that stuff. And you're gonna do what you love doing. You're not gonna stick with a job that you hate doing, or you're not gonna do the things just for sake of money. You're gonna do it because you enjoyed it, that makes you happy, that makes you feel good, right? That's exactly you wanted to do it right now. That's exactly you want to feel right now, and that's exactly the kind of the thoughts you want to have right now. The more you practice this, the more you be the person who already have it. Now people do a lot of the techniques and strategies to do that, because we have our ego mind, which is always negative, which is, I can call it like a negative mind, which is always against what we want, because it's scared, because it wants familiarity, it don't like uncertainty. When something is uncertain, when something is not familiar, it don't like it, and that's why it want to get rid of it, because it wants to protect you. The ego job is to protect you. So if something you're going to be doing, or something is going to be happening, if it's new, if it's unfamiliar territory, for ego mind it's like, I don't like it, oh, get rid of it. And it will going to create doubts, questions. You're going to feel something, you're going to hear something. It's going to create the opposite things in your life, opposite 3D, opposite feelings, opposite thoughts, opposite action, because it wants you to stop. It wants you to stop, not to go into this new territory that you are actually claiming right now. And that's where the road gets tricky. I think that's the main reason why people don't get what they want, because they give in with their ego. They actually give up with their ego. Instead, what you could do, let the ego be the way it is. Like, of course, you can flip the thoughts, but it's not possible to flip millions of thoughts that you have every single day. We have so many thoughts, and for flipping every single thought is a lot of the work, and it's not gonna work. Sometimes it backfires, sometimes it's work. For me, it's like work, but sometimes it just backfires. So that's not a permanent solution. And I also try to do is to change the direction of my thoughts. If I'm thinking in this direction, instead of flipping, instead of replacing nothing, I'm just gonna moving in the other direction. But that could also work, but it's also more of the active work, because you have to actively change it. Now you're gonna do either with affirmation, visualization, self-talk, so many techniques out there. And that's still a lot of the work, because you're gonna have a lot of the thoughts like that. So are you gonna be handling with every single thought out there? That's another job. So I was doing it, but then I realized, wait a second, I have a lot of the thoughts. Like one moment I change one thought, I move in a different direction, and I made the thought that I wanted to think. But then the moment I stop thinking about this thought, I have another negative thought. And then I move in again, then again this. So it was like a battling happening within me. And I was like, okay, wait a second. How to deal with this ego? And I was like, let be the way it is. That's the thing you have to do. You have to understand you're not your ego. You're not your thoughts. You're not your feelings. You're not this body. So let your ego do whatever it wants to do, but you just persist in what you want. And the best way to do that is to just know how you're gonna live when you already have it, and start living from that life. That's actually the quantum jumping, quantum leaping, changing your identity, changing your character. And you don't need any techniques. You just need to ask yourself, okay, who am I right now? Am I the old version, or am I this new version? Am I this new version? So what I'm gonna be thinking, how I'm gonna making these content if I know I'm already rich, or I already have a relationship, how I'm gonna be feeling about it when I look at the other couples, what thoughts will going to come in my mind when I'm gonna look at the other happy people, or happy couples, or happy marriages out there. Either I'm gonna be envious, or I'm gonna be happy for them. I'm gonna be happy for them. And it will be a good example for me that relationship is successful, so mine is also a successful one, instead of getting envious because I already have my relationship, right? So that's the only work you have to do. And the negative thoughts, negative emotions, negative feelings, let them be the way it is. You don't react with it, and you're allowed to feel it. If you feel bad, just feel it. Understand it's normal. Even the new version of you that already have what you want, still gonna be having these negative feelings. Now this one, something clicked me in right now. Like even the new version of you that already have those things will also gonna be negative sometimes, because ego will still be there. It's not gone, right? Ego will always going to be there. So still you're gonna feel negative stuffs and negative emotions. Still you're gonna doubt it, what you have. Still you're not gonna be able to believe it. Oh, is it really mine? How come it's there? I don't deserve it, and all that stuff. Blah 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 things still gonna be there, right? It's not gonna go away. It may go away, but it's not 100% definite that it's gonna go away. It can be there. So it's always gonna be there, regardless of who I am when I want my thing, what I'm doing with my life, what I'm getting. It doesn't really matter. It's always gonna be there. So let it be there. Let it be there. Okay, I don't care anymore. So once you stop caring, you start living based on you already have what you want. Simple. If you think that you're going on a vacation, so you're like, okay, my vacation is planned. I'm just gonna rest and relax. It's already been done. I'm going. Simple. You're living from that end that it's already been done, and then it's done. That's what it happens. That's how you change the identity. That's very, very simple. You don't have to do anything extra over here. Just ask yourself how I'm gonna live my life if I already have it right now. If I already have it, how I'm gonna do, or what I'm gonna do. And based on that, what thoughts I'm going to be thinking, what kind of feelings I'm going to be having, what actions I'm going to be taking. And still I'm going to be having a negative emotion. So if I'm right now having the negative emotions or feelings or this ego, I don't care, because it's going to be there. It's never going to go away. At that time it's going to tell you some other stories, and right now it's telling you some other stories, but it's always going to be there. So I'm not going to react to it. So I hope this video make any sense. Let me know. Share your experience. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed it, give this video a big thumbs up. Consider subscribing for more such videos. I'll see you the next time. Bye guys.